Hello students. So let us continue our discussion of unit 1. These are some standard results of your limit. You should remember those results so that you can apply those results frequently to solve the problems of limit. Okay. So let us see what are those results. Some standard results. Number 1 is limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1, where n is a rational number. Okay, you know rational number, you have to know that. Number 2, limit x tends to 0 sin x by x equals to 1, where x is in radian measure. You know in trigonometric function, two types of measurements are possible. One is degree measure and other one is radian measure, right? So here this x represents in radian measure. Next, number 3 is limit x tends to infinity e to the power minus x equals to 0. Number 4, limit x tends to minus infinity e to the power x equals to 0. Number 5, limit x tends to infinity 1 by x equals to 0. Number 6, limit x tends to minus infinity 1 by x equals to 0. Number 7, limit x tends to 0 minus 0 means 0 negative. In this case, the variable x approaches the point 0 from the left side, isn't it? We have already discussed those things. It is minus infinity, limit x tends to 0 plus 0 1 by x equals to plus infinity. Next, number 9, limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by n whole thing to the power n equals to e. Here this n is a natural number and this e is nothing but our exponential. We know, right? Where the value of e lies between 2 to 3, isn't it? We know 2 less than e less than 3, right? So this value of e is always lies between 2 to 3. Now this and these are not same. This is limit x tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by x whole thing to the power x equals to e. This x represents real numbers, right? This n is a natural number and this x is a real number. Okay? These two things have difference, you will understand afterwards. Okay? Here this n represents set of natural number and here this x represents real numbers. Okay? Next, number 11, limit x tends to 0 1 plus x whole thing to the power 1 by x equals to e. Number 12, limit x tends to 0 e to the power x minus 1 by x equals to 1. And number 13 is limit x tends to 0 1 by x log of 1 plus x equals to 1. आपको ये जो 13 रिजल्ट्स ये सब याद रखना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ये रिजल्ट्स यूज करके आपको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा. ओके, so we will prove these results one by one and we will understand how to prove those results one by one. Okay, so before that, pause the video to note it down. Hello. So let us solve number 1. Okay, this is limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1, where this n is a rational number. Okay, so in case of rational number, what type of numbers we can consider? Because to solve this one, we need to consider some cases. Okay, हमें कुछ case consider करना पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट केस क्या हो सकता है? ये n 0 भी हो सकता है क्योंकि we know 0 is also a rational number, right? The next case may be this n is a positive integer, right? Because every positive number is also a rational number. Again, we consider this n is a negative integer because every negative integer is also a rational number. And last but not the least, the last case may be it's a rational fraction. Right, like half, minus 2 by 5, minus 3 by 6, plus 1 by 4, like this. Okay, so we need to consider 4 cases and we have to prove in each and every case this result is true. Okay, so let me consider the cases one by one. Case 1. In case 1, when this n is 0, that is n equals to 0, right? This is my case 1 because I have already told you that 0 is also a rational number, isn't it? when n is 0, that is n equals to 0, then limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n divided by x minus a equals to, right? In this case, this n is my 0, right? Isn't it? N equals to 0. So it is limit x tends to a, and this n is 0. So put the value of n. It is x to the power 0 minus a to the power 0 divided by x minus a. Now this equals to limit x tends to a, anything x to the power 0. We know anything to the power 0 is 1. So x to the power 0 is 1, a to the power 0 is 1, and this is x minus a, right? Now limit x tends to a, 1 minus 1 is 0, and it is x minus a, right? And limit x tends to a, so 0 by any quantity is what? 0, right? And 0 is a constant, so we know limit of any constant is the constant itself, right? So it is 0. Now you write this 0, this can be written as 0 into a to the power 0 minus 1. Can I write? Because 0 into anything is 0. So I can write 0 as 0 into a to the power 0 minus 1. Why I have written like that? So that I can write 0 equals to n. N a to the power again 0 equals to n minus 1. Right? Now you see, I have proved it that this side equals to n a to the power n minus 1. Therefore I have proved this equals to this. So therefore, limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n equals to x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1 when n equals to 0, right? So in case of rational number, we have already considered 4 cases, and I have proved one case, right, when n is 0. Okay. So let's next consider when n is a positive integer. Okay, so before that positive, you did note it down. So this is our case number 2. So here I have considered this n is my positive integer. Okay. So here you have to use the concept of binomial theorem, right? Or you have to use the concept of expansion. You should know this type of expansion, because this type of expansion you know, isn't it? Because x cube minus a cube divided by x minus a. So I can write it like that. This x cube minus a cube is nothing but x minus a into x square plus xa plus s square divided by x minus a, right? So this x minus may cancel, so it will be x square plus xa plus s square, right? Because this type of expansions we have already learned in our school level, isn't it? So let me use this type of expansions here. Now first of all you have to consider this function. Now x to the power n minus a to the power n divided by x minus a. Now you have to expand it, right? So how to expand it? This is x minus a, and now I can use this, that x to the power n minus 1 plus a into x to the power n minus 2 plus a into x square into x to the power n minus 3 plus dot 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 plus a to the power n minus 1, right? This is the way how we can expand it. So it is x minus a, right? Now this x minus a cancel, because it is what? Limit x tends to a, right? That means the variable x is approaching towards the point A, but x cannot be equals to it, right? This is what the meaning of limit, isn't it? Here this variable x is approaching towards the point A from any side. It may approach toward the left side, or it may approach from the right side, but this is not exactly equals to it. This is what the definition of limit. So you can write also, and x is not equals to a, right? So as x is not equals to a, so this x minus a is a non-zero quantity, so I can cancel this x minus a with x minus a, right? So this implies this is x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a. It is equals to what? x to the power n minus 1 plus a x to the power n minus 2 plus a square x to the power n minus 3 plus dot 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 plus a to the power n minus 1. Right? Now you have to consider the limit. Since x is not equals to a, just write it. Since x is not equals to a, that's why I can cancel this x minus a with this x minus a. Okay? So now take the limit. Therefore limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus 1 plus a x to the power n minus 2 plus a square x to the power n minus 3 plus dot 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 plus a to the power n minus 1 whole bracket. Right? This is one equation. So in any kind of equation I can take the same limit in both sides. Right? That is what I have done. In any this is one equation. So in case of any equation I can take same limit on both sides. Isn't it? Now use the concept of limit. I have already learned, isn't it? Because limit of this, because we have already learned that limit of fx plus gx equals to limit of fx plus limit of gx, isn't it? So now apply this. Limit x tends to a, because limit is distributive over addition, isn't it? So limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus 1 plus limit x tends to a x to the power n minus 2 plus limit x tends to a square x to the power n minus 3 plus dot 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 plus limit x tends to a to the power n minus 1. Right? Now this implies this is limit x tends to a. No need to write this, because if I can put the limiting value here, then the function is defined. This is what the meaning of limit. क्योंकि आप लिमिट का वैल्यू डायरेक्ट पुट कर सकते हो अगर यहाँ पे फंक्शन डिफाइंड हो. यहाँ पे आप लिमिटिंग वैल्यू डायरेक्ट पुट नहीं कर पाओगे. अगर आपने x इक्वल्स टू a पुट कर लिया तो ये आ जाएगा 0/0 फॉर्म. राइट? तो 0/0 फॉर्म. सो वी आर नॉट we don't know how to deal with 0/0 form, isn't it? So that's why you can't put x equals to a here, but here you can put, because if you put x equals to a, then still this function is defined, right? Now put here, if you put here x equals to a, then it will be a to the power n minus 1 plus, now we have already learned one algebra of limit, that limit of some constant into function is equals to constant into limit of that function, isn't it? Because limit x tends to a, k into fx can be written as k into limit x tends to a fx. Now write it like that. It can be written as a into limit x tends to a is x to the power n minus 2. Same here, it is also constant. So a square limit x tends to a is x to the power n minus 3 plus dot 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 plus limit of any constant is the constant itself, right? So it is the a to the power n minus 1. Now this implies it is a to the power n minus 1 plus a into, now here you see, here also I can put x equals to a, because this function is defined after putting x equals to a. So it will be a to the power n minus 2. Similarly a square into, it will be a to the power n minus 3 plus dot 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 plus a to the power n minus 1. Now this is what? A to the power n minus 1 plus it is what? A to the power 1 plus n minus 2. So it is a to the power n minus 1, isn't it? Because a into a to the power n minus 2. Use the law of indices. Law of indices में क्या अगर बेस सेम है तो पावर ऐड होता है. So it will be, I can write it is a to the power a plus n minus 2. Now it is a to the power n minus 1, right? So it is a to the power n minus 1. Similarly it is again a to the power n minus 1 plus dot 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 plus a to the power n minus 1, right? Now यहाँ पे कितना टर्म है? क्योंकि अगर मैंने जो यहाँ पे लिखा है x क्यूब माइनस a क्यूब, तो अगर इसको एक्सपेंड किया गया तो कितना टर्म आया? 3 टर्म. तो अगर यहाँ पे x टू द पावर n है तो यहाँ पे कितना टर्म होगा, n नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स, राइट। सो अगर आपने सेम टर्म को n टाइम्स ऐड किया, मतलब यहाँ पे 2 दे दो, 2 प्लस 2 प्लस 2 प्लस 2, तो यहाँ पे कितना 2 है, 1 2 3 4, तो इट विल बी 4 into 2, isn't it? क्योंकि यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स कितना है, 4 है, तो 4, तो टर्म क्या है 2, तो 2, 4 into 2 8, तो यहाँ देखो 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is also 8, राइट। तो यहाँ पे सेम नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स है और कितना टर्म्स है यहाँ पे, n नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स है, so it will be n into a to the power n minus 1. It is done, you see, right? So therefore limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1, where n is a positive, where n is a positive integer, right? So case number 2 also done, right? So let us do case number 3 in the next video. So before that, pause the video to note it down. So this is the next case, case number 3, when n is a negative integer, right? So to prove this case, we will take the help of case 2, okay? So let us see how to do it. Here n is a negative integer, when n is a negative integer. So this n is a negative number. So I can rename this n as, let n equals to minus m, where m is a positive integer, where m is a positive integer, right? And here you have to write here, and x is, or this a, and a is not equals to 0. This also you have to assume here, because in this case this a cannot be equals to 0, okay? Because you have to assume this. If n is non-zero, that means negative integer, then you have to also assume this a cannot be equals to 0, okay? If you are not assume this, then you will not able to prove it, okay? Now I can rename like that, n equals to minus m, where m is a positive integer, because this n itself is a negative integer. So every negative integer can be expressed as minus of some positive integer, isn't it? Because minus 2 is a negative integer. Why? Because minus 2 is a minus 1, minus 2 is what? Minus 2 is minus of 2, isn't it? Minus of 2. That's why it is negative. Because every negative number is a minus of some positive number. So this n itself is a negative integer. So this n can be expressed as minus of some positive integer. That's why I have write that this m is a positive integer. Okay? So let us see how to do. Now x to the power n minus a to the power n, or you can write directly. Now limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a. So it is limit x tends to a. Just now you have to put the value of n. So x to the power n is what? Minus m, minus a to the power minus m divided by x minus a, right? Now this can be written as, it is what? 1 by x to the power m minus 1 by a to the power m, right? Whole thing divided by x minus a. To give the bracket, take the limit. Limit x tends to a, and now give the equality. Okay? Now I have to calculate it properly. It will be what? A to the power m minus x to the power m divided by a to the power m into x to the power m, whole thing divided by x minus a. This is the whole function. So this is limit x tends to a. Give it equality here. Then now I have to do it. This is equals to limit x tends to a then it is a to the power m minus x to the power m whole thing divided by a to the power m into x to the power m into x minus a. Right? Now this is what limit x tends to a. Now you see, this is a to the power m minus x to the power m by x minus a, but I need x first, x to the power m first, because this is x first. So here this is this, in this quantity x is first, but in this quantity a is first. So I have to change the position by taking minus sign common. Okay, so it will be minus x to the power m minus a to the power m whole thing divided by a to the power m into x to the power m into x minus a. Now let me do in this side. Okay, now this equals to now here you see two types of, I can because limit is distributive over multiplication also, isn't it? Because we have already proved that limit x tends to a, fx into gx can be written as limit x tends to a into fx into limit x tends to a gx, right? So I can apply this concept here. So it is limit x tends to a minus 1 by a to the power m into x to the power m, right? Isn't it? Because this term I have separated out. Then again limit x tends to a x to the power m minus a to the power n by x minus whole into. Right? Now this is equals to what? Now here I can easily put x equals to a, because this a is non-zero, already I have assumed, right? Because if this a is 0 here, then I am not able to put 0 x equals to a, because if I put x equals to a, then this term become 1 by 0, that is undefined, right? That is why I have initially assumed that a is not equals to 0. Okay, because you see, if your a is 0, then this term itself is undefined, because 1 by 0 to the power m is 0, so 1 by 0 is infinity, so this term itself undefined. That is why already I have assumed that this a cannot be equals to 0, right? Now I can easily put x equals to a, because if I put x equals to a here, but still this function is defined. Okay, so this is minus 1 by this a to the power m is there, and here I have I put x equals to a, so it will be again a to the power m. And now you see, this result is same as case 2, isn't it? Because already in case 2 I have proved it for positive integer, but here also this m is a positive integer. You see, where m is a positive integer, right? So in case 2 what I have proved, that limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n into x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1, right? Where this n is a positive integer. Already I have proved it for positive integer in case 2. So now I am going to apply the result of case 2 here, right? Because it is exactly same as what I have done in case 2, right? Only difference is in case 2 the integer is n, and now here this integer is m, but in both the cases both the integers are positive, right? And already we have proved this result for positive integer. Okay, so now apply here. It can be written as m a to the power m minus 1, because in case 2 the integer is n, that is why I have written n into a to the power n minus 1, but here the integer is m, that's why I have written m into a to the power n minus 1. Here you have to write into, you have to write by case 2. Okay, now this is what minus 1 by, again by law of indices, it is a to the power twice m into m a to the power m minus 1. Now you see, this is minus, you bring this m here, minus m, then it is a to the power m minus 1 into, it can be written as a to the power minus 2m, right? Now this is what, minus m a to the power m minus 1 minus 2m, so it is what, minus m a to the power m minus 2m is minus m minus 1, right? Now this is minus, minus m is what, minus m is your n, right? So it is n a to the power, again minus m is n minus 1. Now I have proved it, you see, I have proved this equals to this. So therefore limit x tends to a to the power n minus x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1, where n is a negative, integer, right? So I have done case 1 when n is 0, I have done case 2 when n is a positive integer, and here I have done when n is a negative integer, right? Now case 4 is there when n is a rational fraction. That means when it is a not an integer. That is, it is a number of the form p by q, right? So let us prove it. Before that, pause the video to note it down. So this is our case number 4 when n is a rational fraction. Okay. So every rational fraction can be expressed as, we know, let n equals to p by q, right? Where both p comma q belongs to z, because both p and q are integer, provided and q cannot be equals to 0, right? We have already learned this in our school level, because every rational fraction can be expressed as p by q form, where p and q both are integers and q cannot be equals to 0, right? Now by using this, let us prove this one. Now here first of all you have to estimate this. Now x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus. Now this is what? X to the power n. N can be written as p by q, right? Minus a to the power p by q divided by x minus a. Now this is equals to, it is x to the power 1 by q whole thing to the power p. I can write minus a to the power 1 by q whole thing to the power p divided by x minus. I can write it like that, isn't it? Because we know x to the power m by n can be written as x to the power 1 by n whole thing to the power, isn't it? By law of indices. So this is what. Now we have to rename this quantity x to the power 1 by q, because this is one what? This is anything, any number, because this is any number, this is again any number. Any number to the power any number is itself a number. So this is the number, this is the number. So let us rename those numbers. Okay. So putting give it rename like this: x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a. Give it one equation number 1. Okay. So putting x to the power 1 by q equals to y and a to the power 1 by q equals to b in 1, we get right. What I have put x to the power 1 by q equals to y and a to the power 1 by q equals to b. I can rename like that. I can put anything, because this is the number. Suppose after calculating you will get this. Okay. And again this is the number. So after calculating this you will get this, isn't it? Because this is the number. So suppose the value of this number is this, isn't it? So we get you have to put there, putting this in not 1, in RHS of 1, in RHS of 1. Remember this, not LHS. I am not going to substitute the value in case of LHS. Okay, I am substituting the value in RHS of 1. We get x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to x to the power 1 by q is y, so it is y to the power p minus b to the power p by, now you see, what is the value of x? X is y to the power q, isn't it? And what is the value of a? A is b to the power q. You just see here, because x to the power 1 by q is my y. So if I can write like that, x to the power 1 by q whole thing to the power q equals to y to the power q by law of indices, right? So my this implies this into this, it is x, so it is y to the power q, isn't it? So x equals to y to the power 2. I have put x equals to y to the power 2, and similarly a equals to b to the power. Okay. Now one thing you have to remember. Yeah. So here what you have to do, this y and b are not same. Remember this. This y and b are not same. Why not same? Because this x and a are not equal. This x and a are different, isn't it? That is what I have already told you. The meaning of this is x is approaching towards the point A in any direction, from left hand side or from right hand side, but x cannot be equals to it. So as this x and a are different, so this y and b must be different. Remember this. That means y and b are distinct, they are not same. So y minus b is not 0. Right? Y and b are not same as. X and a are not same. So x minus a is non-zero. So y and b are not same. So y minus b is also non-zero. Right? So I can divide this numerator and denominator by the quantity y minus b. So y to the power p minus b to the power p whole thing divided by, let me write it properly, y to the power p minus b to the power p whole thing divided by y minus b whole thing divided by y to the power q minus b to the power q whole thing divided by y minus b. Right? So this implies x to the power n minus a to the power n equals to x minus a. Is it visible? Let me check whether it is visible or not. Yeah, it is visible. Okay. So let me do the next part in this portion. It is this part. So up to this is clear, right? Now you see what? Now I am going to take the limit in both sides, right? Here I am going to take limit x tends to a, right? Because x tends to a, because this variable here is x. But if you take the same limit here x tends to a, then it is invalid. यहाँ पे आप x tends to a लिमिट नहीं ले सकते क्योंकि यहाँ पे वेरिएबल y है. Are you getting this? क्योंकि यहाँ पे वेरिएबल x है और पॉइंट a है, तो आप यहाँ पे लिमिट x tends to a ले सकते क्योंकि लिमिट लेना ही पड़ेगा x tends to a. बट सेम लिमिट आप यहाँ पे नहीं ले सकते क्योंकि यहाँ पे वेरिएबल y और पॉइंट b है. आपको लिमिट चेंज करना पड़ेगा. राइट? सो इट इज पॉसिबल. यस, इट इज पॉसिबल बिकॉज यू सी as x tends to a, जब भी the variable x a पे जा रहा है, तो this implies I can write x to the power 1 by q goes to where? A to the power 1 by q, isn't it? x अगर a पे जा रहा है, तो अगर आप सेम पावर लोगे तो ये जो क्वांटिटी होगा वो उस क्वांटिटी पे ही जाएगा. राइट? तो दिस इम्प्लाइज व्हाट? दिस इम्प्लाइज व्हाट? x टू द पावर 1 by q का वैल्यू क्या है? y है. राइट? और a टू द पावर 1 by q का वैल्यू क्या है? b है. तो ये कहां पे जाएगा? यहाँ पे जाएगा. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? तो अगर x टेंड्स टू a, x a के ओर जा रहा है, x is approaching towards the point a, then if I take the square root of same in both sides, so this quantity approaches the point this. So this is nothing but y and this is nothing but b, as I have already renamed this. So y tends to b. So what is the meaning of this line? That the variable x tends to a, that is the variable x approaches the point a, is same as the variable y approaches the point b. The meaning of both these statements are same. Okay? As x approaches a, you can say y approaches b, because both have same meaning. From this line I can write, because this equals to this. Okay? So when I am going to take the limit x tends to a here, so at the same time I can take the limit y tends to b here, because both of them have same meaning. Right? So therefore limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to limit y tends to b. तो यहाँ पे ये लिखना पड़ेगा. So let me write this statement in a gap because otherwise you will not be able to understand. So therefore, limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to limit y tends to b. This we have to write the whole quantity. Y to the power p minus b to the power p divided by y minus b whole thing divided by y to the power q minus b to the power q divided by y minus b. Right? This is the whole limit. Sorry, this is there. This is the whole function. Right? Already we have learned that limit is distributive over division. Right? So just distribute this. Limit y tends to be y to the power p minus b to the power p divided by y minus b whole thing divided by limit y tends to be y to the power q minus b to the power q whole thing divided by y minus b. Right? Now one thing you have to remember कि यहाँ पे p क्या है, कोई भी इंटीजर है, मतलब p यहाँ पे इंटीजर है, ये पॉजिटिव भी हो सकता है, निगेटिव भी हो सकता है, राइट? बट वी हैव ऑलरेडी प्रूव द रिजल्ट फॉर बोथ पॉजिटिव इंटीजर एज वेल एज इन नेगेटिव इंटीजर, राइट? Isn't it? Because this is exactly similar to this one. You see, limit x tends to a, यहाँ पे limit y tends to b, यहाँ पे x to the power n, ये क्या है? इंटीजर है, यहाँ पे y to the power p, ये भी इंटीजर है, b to the power p, a to the power n, यहाँ पे b to the power p. So this structure of this function and the structure of these functions both have same meaning, right? यहाँ पे भी n क्या है? रेशनल नंबर है, but यहाँ पे ये p क्या है? यहाँ पे ये p क्या है? इंटीजर है. और we have already proved this result for both positive integer as well as negative integer. So by case 2 and 3, I can write this is what? I can write this is p b to the power p minus 1, isn't it? So I can write it p, not p. What I can write? This is what? n a to the power n minus 1, yeah. So I can write p b to the power p minus 1, right? By case 2 and 3. And यहाँ पे क्या है? ये q क्या है? 0 नहीं है, लेकिन q भी any integer, right? तो यहाँ पे हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? q b to the power q minus 1. यहाँ पे क्या लिखोगे? From case 1 and 2. From case 1 and 2. राइट? नाउ यार इसको क्या लिख सकते हैं? p बाई क्यू, राइट? ये b सेम है तो b टू द पावर क्या होगा? p माइनस 1. प्लेस इज नॉट देयर, सो लेट मी रीच दिस पार्ट. Let me use this part. Okay. So now come to this portion. This is equals to what? This can be written as p by q, and b same. So by law of indices, what I know, x to the power m by x to the power n. So इसको क्या लिख सकते हैं? x to the power m minus n, right? तो इसको भी हम लिख सकते हैं b to the power p minus 1 minus q minus 1, right? So p by q, b to the power p minus 1 minus q plus 1. So p by q, b to the power p minus q. और हमें क्या चाहिए? p by q चाहिए, क्योंकि I know the value of p by q, right? So p by q यहाँ पे तो हमको मिल गया, b यहाँ पे p by q चाहिए, p by q. तो हमें क्या लेना पड़ेगा? q कॉमन लेना पड़ेगा. अगर q कॉमन ले लिया तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? p by q minus 1, isn't it? Because this into this what? p and this into 1 is q, right? So I can take common q from this quantity so that I can get this. Now just put the value. What is p by q? P by Q is n, right? Now what is B to the power Q? What is B to the power Q? B to the power Q is A, because A to the power 1 by Q is B. You see, A to the power 1 by Q is B. Now if I take the qth root, you will get A equals to B to the power Q, right? So B to the power Q is A, and this P by Q is n, and this is minus 1. Now again I have proved n to the power n minus 1 for this. So therefore, limit x tends to A, x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a equals to n a to the power n minus 1, where n is a rational fraction. Where n is a rational fraction. Right? So it is done. It is done. So finally you have to conclude, you just write in your copy that hence from cases 1, 2, 3 and 4 we have, you just write this line, we have this where n is a rational number. Okay? So this proof is very important for your exam purpose also, for your concept purpose also, and for your further study also. Right? So try to understand the logic behind the proof. After that you have to practice the proof. Okay, do practice, because always keep it in your mind that the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Okay, so thank you for today. Thank you.